What's going on, everyone? It's another Wednesday. Our last official show of the summer is today. Welcome to the Inner Circle Podcast. I am your host, Charlie, and my best girlfriend, Melanie.
Wait, is it? What's today? The 18th.
The first day of fall, summer.
Doesn't it start on the 20 something?
Saturday.
What day is that? The 21st. We still have. Well, yeah.
Yeah, next week. By the time we see each other,
yeah,
it'll be fall. So
it's already feeling fall-y over here. Like it was very like.
And definitely weekend we're gonna feel it. I feel like we're feeling the last few days of like summer, although the weather's starting to get gloomy the last 2 days, but it's still a little humid too out there. Like,
yeah. Are you like turning on your AC?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Still, well, actually, funny enough,
I sleep with my AC on, but I don't turn it on. Like when I come home, I don't have it set like on timer.
Oh yeah, like the timer. Yeah, no, neither do I. But I have noticed I've gone to sleep a few days, like last week, without the AC, just the fan, and then I wake up. But the last few days I've had it on. The last few days I've had it on for sure. But we were kind of together. We're gonna talk about what we've been doing and stuff. I guess we could top it off with the weekend kicked off Friday the 13th, and me in rare form.
Yeah.
Well, not rare form because I do go out, especially like on a Friday or possibly Saturday. But I went out Friday the 13th. And even going into that day on Friday the 13th, because we all know, I think we've all been conditioned in a sense with the superstitions of that Friday the 13th is a bad luck day. So I went into it even the day before, praying and just with a different mindset, like. And I even woke up in a good mood. Well, first of all, it was the pay period hit, so I was definitely in a better extra good mood. So that was that. But in general, I went into it like, yo, it's gonna be a good day for me. It's gonna be a good day. Luck. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be blissful. And to be honest, in the setting I work in, it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad because that's a lot of energies, especially though that's a lot of energies. It wasn't bad. And then, as you know, I had some plans and even certain things, how they rode. I gotta say, I'm thankful for my energy as well.
Your response is your responsibility. So the way that you respond to the way you respond to things,
the
tone for how things are going to unravel. If you want to entertain unnecessary drama or entertain people who are just going to come and get you out of your zen, you're just going to end up being, upset. And then you're just going to end up you're going to regret it.
Yeah.
And we don't got time for that. There's a lot of, and I keep telling you, bitch, there's a lot of energy suckers out there in the world. You know.
Yeah, but so Friday the 13th was it ended up being a great day. Like I woke up Saturday, smile on my face. Let's just say that.
What did I do Friday? I was off like from Wednesday on. So I thought I was coming down with something when I came back from New Orleans, but actually I think it was just allergies. But Friday the 13th, honestly, I didn't even notice that it was Friday the 13th until like someone posted about it. I think Byronique posted about it. And I was like,
page on Instagram.
She was talking about getting a tattoo. I think she got one. Yeah, I stayed home for the most part. Oh, I know what I did. I binged. I haven't finished watching it yet. But the new show, The Secret Life of Mormon Wives, it's really good. I want to say it's like adjacent to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but nothing compares to My Housewives. But it's crazy. It's damn.
Salt Lake City Real Housewives on Bravo premieres tonight. Show.
Oh my god! Why did I think that it premiered like next month or something?
Oh, tonight, right after our show, 9 o'clock on Bravo.
I'm not gonna watch it tonight. I'm so tired. I just want to go to sleep.
Same.
But this weekend, what did I do for Saturday? Well, you were happy with a smile on your face. You had a pep in your step. I was hanging out. I was hanging out with my uncle. We were just watching 9/11 movies, and he actually, I never knew this. Like I knew through the grapevine from like my mom mentioning it before, but I didn't know that my uncle actually worked. He was a driver because he's been a cab driver for many years.
Mhm.
And he was a personal driver to some of the executives that used to work in the World Trade Center. And that day on 9/11, the person that he was supposed to pick up, um, and like his client that he was supposed to drive to the World Trade Center, she ended up calling out that day. So he didn't take her to work. And he was telling me that story, and we were watching like the documentaries and stuff. It was insane. I'm like, wow. It's how long ago? It was like 23 years ago, and it still feels like
Yeah.
I don't feel like younger people now, like are
They don't get the magnitude of what that was, because obviously, again, the setting I work in, and I worked that day, and
yeah,
even like the schools itself, like I feel like maybe schools should do things to honor or like a moment of something, but it wasn't really a thing. When it kind of hit me was I was on my break at one of my favorite pizza shops, Three Brothers. Shout out to Three Brothers in Brooklyn.
Oh my god.
Sponsor me.
We have two brothers by my job. That's hilarious.
Shout out to them. I'm there like almost every day. Sometimes I question how I'm getting these abs back. But
you gotta come on, carbs.
But I was there and they had it on the TV and said, they were doing the yearly thing that they do, which is reading all the names and stuff. And I'm like glancing up as I'm waiting for my food, and the ages, girl. The ages were like
our age.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was all young corporate executives our age. That's what I was telling my uncle, and I was telling him like, wow. Imagine if I worked for a big company in a corporate building or something. Like, hey, you never know, bitch. You never know.
Insane. And that's what hit me. And I kind of choked up. I wrote about it in my journal that I kind of like choked up. Like, when you get that pit that you swallow and stuff, like I'm like,
I know.
All right. So, but and then I got my food and sat down and put on a show. So, and then but it did touch me for a little bit, but which again, we had the show on 9/11. I started out, as
I wasn't here.
Remembrance. But yeah, so Friday the 13th, the weekend, and then we had I guess now I could say in rare form, went out on a Monday.
Yeah.
So
Mom and Dad decided to go out. So I work with hotels, and one hotel that I've been working closely with is the Virgin Hotel here in New York. It's anyone that knows Sir Richard Branson. He was known for like being the face of Virgin. And like when I think of Virgin, I think of the United Kingdom, I think of UK, I think of Spice World, I think of very pop. I think of the Virgin Megastore from back in the day in Times Square.
I used to love that.
I remember I went with friends like in middle school. We didn't skip class because I would never do that. I'm a lady, but we went after school once. But
you ever cut school in your life or a class?
No, I've never cut school. No.
Oh my god.
I mean, I've not gone like I was absent, but not cut, like skipped a period.
Or left school and came back?
No. I'm a good girl.
My gosh. I used to leave school during my lunch break to go eat down Thayer Street and then go back.
This bitch is an honor code girl. Honor code what? Nah, but so back to Virgin Hotel, they have a lot of new concepts like restaurants and bars in that hotel, and one of them being the Riff Raff Club that's by Charles Jolie. Charles Jolie works with my job. He works with our company. He has a partnership with us where he does like our bar wear, and it's called Craft House. So we were invited to the friends and family night one. He sent me a message and said, "Thank you so much for coming and stopping by." And he was like, "Night one was a little bumpy, but night two was definitely a better vibe." I don't care. I'm just glad that I was there to like experience it and try his drinks because he's a great bartender.
Yeah.
Um, we have to go to the grand opening, by the way, but we'll talk about that offline.
The
Um,
that yellow what is it? Yellow jacket something drink that I
Yellow
had.
jacket drink, yeah.
Miss
Breakfast in bed was good too.
That was the second one I got, right?
That was the second one. It was like
It
vodka with like champagne, I think.
it wasn't as the first one. I'm a margarita guy. I'm a tequila. I
like
guess.
Yeah. If I have a drink of choice, is tequila or rum.
Yeah, I feel with me it's tequila. As I'm getting older, I see it like margaritas, and people are like, always margaritas. But depending where you go, margaritas could be different. So it's like it's not like the same thing. But
yeah, I like the caipirinha that I had. It was very strong for me because you know a bitch likes to have a watered down drink.
I was part of you. We spoke about that. Yeah, your drink was like, especially that first one was strong. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, Charles knows how I am, so that's why he got me that refresher. But it was a great time. The decor, the aesthetic, everything is great.
Oh my
Anyone
God.
that lives in New York should go.
Yes, if you in New York, it's around Broadway.
It's on Broadway and 30th.
Yeah. F train, D train, Q, R. Listen, give me all
the MCA.
There.
Take an Uber like I did.
Uber and MTA. Look at us. We should still get sponsored by both. But no, it was the skyline was to die for. There was like
the views
elevator. To die for. It's like I'm so weird because it's like I'm a weird person. Like I could admit that I'm somewhat afraid of heights because when I'm on a balcony, especially those Puerto Rico ones, I'd be like,
me too. You remember the Stratosphere when we went back in 2024 to Vegas and you did that ride?
2024, not 2024.
Sorry, 2014.
Yeah.
I'm claiming it in the name of Jesus. We're going next, like in a few months. But we went in February, I remember. It was 2014. And like you did that stupid ride that was on the top and the guy chickened out and gave you his ticket. I would look down and I felt this cold sensation in my butt. I was like, no, I'm not, I can't. Get me out of here. I don't like heights. And I felt the same way, even like, I ain't gonna lie. When we went to El Yunque, the rainforest in Puerto Rico.
I kind of knew it low key, and you was trying to be strong that day.
I was like, buy me in the name of Jesus. Buy me in the name of Jesus. But yeah, I was scared.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was a T in the end.
Because old you would have been complaining or showed it in your face like you were upset. Like anger, because sometimes anger or what the other people perceive as anger is more because of it could be anger, but it's fear. So, but it wasn't that. Like I have to say, O'Malley would have showed it this time around. You were.
I was trying to be a sport, bitch.
Who I know, like over 10 years, I know you. I'm like this.
But no, shout out to your brothers because they were patient and they actually were like, "Come on, you're doing great." Encouraging. Because God knows if it was the wrong people, I'd be like, "See you in the car." I'll be in the car on my phone with no signal.
That too. You would have done that too. You would have done that too in the past, or depending on the people. Persons, but no, the riffraff was very fun. Again, the views. The first thing I noticed when we got off that elevator was the views. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, it was nice. It was cool. I enjoyed it. So yeah, definitely around. Definitely check it out. My rare form continued from Monday to Tuesday.
It's gonna continue the rest of the week too. Just saying.
No. I mean, it wasn't horrible today, but like I still felt the tiredness, and even tonight.
Did you get to take a nap at least?
I'm telling you, I feel like this moon intensity is real. I'm popping something tonight, and let me stop before people think like,
How was last night?
But last night, I went to the St. Genero festival. here in Little Italy in New York. I've seen the St. Genero festival like on reels and stuff that pops up. Obviously, we live in New York, so the shit that curates on our phones is going to be curtailed to us. And I've seen it every year, and I've seen people that I know post. So I've always been kind of curious.
I haven't gone in years.
This year, finally, I went.
With who?
People are private citizens, and
now you're using a me on me. Okay.
I want to respect people's private citizenship, so I will be keeping this particular name anonymous.
Charlie's dating a celebrity. Continue.
So, but I went, and it was one. And I give credit where it's due. I gotta give it. You were right. You were right. That shit was packed.
Yeah.
My only thing, and I'm aware of this. Like I told you, I'm aware. I was dry Saturday, but I was like half asleep. But I would figure the weekend, yes, packed. But girl, on a Tuesday, I was like, what the fuck? I even told, who I was with, I'm like,
the celebrity.
I can't wait to tell Melanie she was right. Like, this shit is packed.
The club going up on a Tuesday. No, but the thing is, a lot of tourists come for that. I don't know what it is about St. Genero Festival, but a lot of people from Jersey, people from all over. And then you have the young kids that are like, when they go on dates after school, they're going there.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's cute though. That's
yeah.
But yesterday I got like one of the things I love. Obviously, the St. Genero Festival is an Italian thing, and poor us. I'm sure you know at the top of your head like the true meaning behind.
I'm gonna look it up. I was just thinking about it. I don't know.
There's Italian. There's a lot of vendors and foods and surprisingly drinks with cocktails, and then you have the people, trying to make the hustle money selling cocktails.
Oh wow! It ends the 22nd, by the way.
Yeah, this weekend. But do you want to explain? It's something that I think you said it, or someone else maybe. I think yesterday that is not only celebrated in New York. Different places have celebrate this St. Genero Festival.
Basically, to keep it short, Saint Genero was a bishop of Benevento, Italy, and he died a martyr during the persecution spearheaded by Emperor Diocletian. This is basically the history of the feast of Saint Genero. Is that at the turn of the 20th century, when Italian immigrants settled in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, each region settled on a different street. The Neapolitans, people from Naples, settled on Mulberry Street. So in 1926, with keeping their Neapolitan traditions, they decided to have a one-day block party for their patron saint and protector of Naples, San Genaro, which continued year after year, something that has now and for decades become not only a New York icon, but a world-known 11-day event which stretches throughout 11 blocks of Little Italy. Whoa. So basically, it's to commemorate San Genaro, but also to keep the Italian spirit, the culture of Neapolitans. In New York. Yeah. I think that's awesome. I think it's cute. I remember my first time going, I want to say I was a teenager and I went with my parents and my siblings. I remember wanting to play a lot of the shooting games to get
to
get the stuffed bears. I remember my dad played and he gave me the bears and me and my sisters fought for them. But I haven't gone in a long time because as years go by, it's getting crowded and it's full of
yeah, it is crowded. It is crowded, and for someone
crowd, it's not a crowd that I would be around. Literally, this past weekend, there was a big fight. There was a big scuffle or something. Some people were fighting. Yeah.
I mean, listen, the way I feel crazy things, depending, especially when you get something like that, a festival, whatever it is, anywhere, events, it could happen, especially when there's liquor and stuff, and it's that packed in the space and stuff. You have to have patience.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: if you're someone who can't be around a lot of people and stuff, especially with the walking, and it's like you literally feel like it's when you watch those documentaries, the ocean ones, because I like the ocean ones, the animal ones, and when you see the herd of fishes swimming in one direction, and there's a bunch
of fish.
That's how it feels. That's how it feels. It's like a bunch of fishes, a bunch of people just like trying to move.
Yeah, I wouldn't do well there. My anxiety would be through the roof. Nothing against it. I think it's awesome. I would love to go to like, I was going to ask you too. I think one of these weekends we should go to the Dumbo flea market. In Dumbo. Dumbo is like downtown under the bridge, whatever. That's more my speed. But this
I will go because if they have things like, again, there was like little shops and little
things. They have a lot of shops and they have clothes. I'm trying to shop.
And I got this. No. Well, I was talking about this in Genero, and I found this crystal place. As you guys know, I have my 1111 boxes where I have crystals and all that on sale. If you're listening to this or watching, so they're still on sale. You can always DM me for information. But I see some crystals which I fell in love with. First of all, I should have asked her for a business card. But there was this one beautiful crystal that, and the price, this guy, I guess, I told him, I'm like, I commend you because so many crystal places and people just in New York in general that be selling crystals, they be like trying to charge so much. And you're charging like, so he had these type of trees. This is mine. This is mine that I've been had. But these type of trees, $5.
Is that a money tree?
No, this is like crystal. No, a money tree.
Oh, it's a crystal tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have two actually.
Charlie loves his tchotchkes. Cute.
And it's basically these is $5 where you go to stores or even the crystal stores that around where you work down the block or whatever, and they're trying to charge you like $50 for these, like 60. So I commended him, and he had told what he said was that he actually goes to South America and gets, he brings them back from those places. Mm-hmm. So again, I commend him because he could still be flipping it and trying to flip it and reverse it, aka like Missy Elliott style. Because it's beautiful stuff. He could do that, but he doesn't. So like I got this. Shout out to, I loved it. There was a few of them, but shout out to the person I was with. They were like, this is the most masculine one. And I was like,
the celebrity.
So and I love it. I'm in love with it. And some people loved it today too. I wore it today. Yeah, and I got it under a full lunar eclipse moon in Pisces, so I'm feeling good. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I wish I would have gotten that other crystal, so I'm low-key wishing to go back, but it's so packed. And again, like, it's hard. If you get something somewhere, get it, because you're going to say, oh, I'll come back, but then you're drinking, and then just the streets and all the people, you get lost. You're like, okay, I forgot. I don't even know where the booth is at or the street.
Yeah. It's a lot to navigate. It's 11 blocks.
It's a lot to navigate, but it was fun. Now, getting into the news, the not gag worthy, because I'm not surprised.
It was a long time coming.
Diddy, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Mr. Love, whatever you want to call yourself.
Papa Diddy Pop
got arrested the same night we were out on Monday in the same city. He was like literally radius away from us getting arrested in the city while we were out also. Sean Diddy Combs got arrested Monday night and charged with 3 counts. The charges that he's charged with are racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, transportation to engage in prostitution. These are 3 federal charges. As we know so far, this was Monday, today's Wednesday when we tape this. As we know so far, he's been denied bail. He has tried to offer the court up to $50 million. And it's like, damn, he really got money like that? Because with everything else going on and the people suing him for the money, and he just lost this $100 million suitcase as well that I read about not too long ago.
Yeah.
I guess he still has money, but
that's the cops looking for Diddy right now.
Sound effects, honey.
But didn't they reject his bail?
They rejected his bail. The latest I heard, because I was trying to catch up with it a little bit myself, to my journalistic investigations too, so I can know a little more. They're denying him, and supposedly it's up to his case. The trial begins, so that's a little crazy.
All I want to say is thank you, Cassie, for coming forward, because if she wasn't the one that came forward, none of the wheels would never be in motion. And sometimes it takes one person to expose another person just to get, justice.
To make the wheels of the bus go round and round, because Don Richards, former Danny Kane member, and also she went on to do a little group with Diddy and this other girl named Kalina to form Dirty Money, sued him last week. This happened, I think, either last Wednesday when we taped the show or something like that, or a little Thursday, and we wasn't able to report about it, but she sued him, and that to me stood out because it's like, oh shit, like this is someone who went from Danny Kane
that he worked with.
She survived all that, like that and that breakup, and then she went on to think, but like some of the things she recounted was very similar to what a lot of these women say. He would berate her, inappropriately touch her, got into a shouting match like they would have.
What is with these men doing this shit? It's crazy.
Like, Diddy's insane. And
he started it. I mean, we were privy to that shit when he did it on an episode of Making the Band with Danny Kane. He did it with Lorianne Gibson. Or it wasn't Danny Kane, it was Day 26.
Yeah.
I remember that. Like, that shit was blowing up on TikTok for the past few days. But, Aubrey O'Day, say what you will about her photoshops and stuff. I have my personal feelings about her. But she's one that always advocated and said that that Diddy was going to be exposed soon, whatever. Now, what she did behind the scenes, I don't know. But I don't think she would say things, but I feel like she was kind of like halted to not go above and beyond to the extent that Cassie went off and like, So
my only question with the whole Cassie thing is, I keep hearing in all these reports that she's cooperating with the feds, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, didn't she get a payout and also sign where she couldn't? Like, so I'm a little confused about that.
I don't know if she got. She got
a
payout, but I don't know if she signed something where it says like you can't speak about your situation ever again. I don't know. When it comes to the justice system and like the Southern District of New York, their success rate is pretty up there. So I don't know. They probably found a loophole in getting her involved. They don't need her, to be honest. Even so, if she cooperates, they don't need her to be part of the case for them to make their case and win. Like, there's so many witnesses, so many people are going to come forward. Yeah. All the staff that corroborated and did all the bad things and bought those thousands of fucking lubes and baby oil and stuff, they're going to flip like pancakes. They're going to flip like IHOP pancakes, and they're going to fucking say whatever they need to say just so they can get, acquitted from anything. So I will be tuning in. I hope that shit's on Court TV.
Listen, the whole thing too is like he is being charged as an enterprise, and him being the lead of this enterprise.
It is, because he did all this under its RICO charges, because he did everything under the bad boy conglomerate. You hired people to do these things. You transported people through state lines to partake in sexual activities and all this stuff. All these freaka leaks that like to be doing freaky shit, orgies and stuff.
Listen, I'm a freak bitch. But like
all these freak
to an extent though, like I'm not hiring like or sex trafficking. Like you could be a freak, but that's like
That's too much. When you, yo, let's just
goes to show the more money, like they get bored. They think it's like this power, and it's like
this is like an episode of Oz, and I can't wait to see R. Kelly and Diddy in the same fucking jail cell.
well, isn't R. Kelly in Chicago?
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing. Oh well, Diddy's going to Sing Sing, or he's going to Rikers.
I don't know.
That's crazy. But I will say something, and I'm sorry if like people will be offended by this. I'm still gonna listen to Bad Boy Records. I'm still listen and check me out. This is why. A lot of the artists that Diddy signed and had, whether it's Notorious B.I.G., whether it's Mace, whether it's Black Rob, G Dep,
Vanity came for the gays.
Craig Mack, all these like back in the day hip hop artists, I grew up listening to them and I love them and I'm always gonna appreciate the music. And a lot of them, Black Rob, a lot of them unfortunately have passed or are no longer under Diddy's record company. So I'm still gonna listen to that music. I'm not gonna lie, he did come out with a lot of shit, but Diddy's getting his karma now.
Yeah, he's getting his karma. I'm not like gonna be that like. I hope people don't go to like, let's stop listening to Diddy like the way they did with R. Kelly, or removing his
R. Kelly
services, because again, now we're penalizing the artists he produced, and he did produce a lot of people. And let's be real, sometimes he just put his name on it. From the things I'm hearing now, more and more, and the things coming out, sometimes he just put his name on it because of the power and the money he had.
Yeah,
and he sat there and really came up with the production of all these songs or wrote all these songs, all the time. So I agree with you. I'm not gonna like penalize these artists. It's a catalog, and it's not. It's like, and if we could continue,
I can separate the person from the producer, from the artist. Just because, I mean, I'm not trying to find excuses for it, but he's getting his karma regardless. It's not like he's gonna get money, and if he does get money, it will go to his books. You're welcome.
Or his kids, and at the end of the day, his kids.
He has a lot of kids. That's sad.
I was gonna say his kids are innocent, but I don't know. I bet some of the boys.
Well, he has a daughter, like a little daughter.
I know he has daughters. Yeah, he just had a baby girl. Then the twins who are 17,
and the other,
18,
the other daughter.
Yeah. So there's kids also involved in this.
The reason why I feel bad for the kids is because unfortunately they don't have the twins, and Quincy don't have their mother.
Yeah.
And
Quincy still has his real dad, and then I guess Diddy.
But he wasn't really raised like that with his dad. I mean, yeah, they have a relationship now, but it was Kim who was there.
And I'm sorry. And do I have to throw the word allegedly? But I have my own little thoughts and feelings too of how Kim Porter went down.
Oh yeah,
and
that is the weirdest.
Should on the show me. And I'm gonna say it again. Now, in the words of Wendy Williams,
how you doing?
Diddy is guilty.
Do I think Diddy's guilty?
In the words of Wendy Williams, do y'all think? Or well, since it's just you and I right here, let the people listening and watching give their little or whatever. But what do you think?
I definitely think he's guilty. I saw the surveillance how he talks, like what he did to Cassie. If he's okay to do that to his own partner, you think he's not okay to do it to some freaknik hoe? Well, not freaknik, but like a freak hoe that he just paid for the night.
Yeah.
All these men wanting hookers. What is going on?
Listen.
What is going on?
When it's cheap though, that's the thing though. Listen, I get it because when it's a hot girl and it's cheap, depending where you go and stuff.
Well, it wasn't just girls; it was guys too.
Guys too. Ooh.
I know he partied. I know, and the definition of party when he would say shit like, "Oh, does he party? Do you party?" That is code for do you get down and do you like have sex with other men?
Listen, Wendy Williams, I said it for years, and I've said it on the podcast many times. And I was 12 or whatever, like an adolescent when I was hearing these radio interviews with her, or just in general, like rumors on the radio about the thing. Diddy, I've always heard since I was young, like I was a kid, that Diddy was bisexual. Diddy got down with dudes. I've always heard that in like news.
There's a I think we talked about this before. But there's a story that Cameron likes to tell people about him going to Diddy's penthouse in the
Seeing
lower in the
Carl
east side.
Winslow
Huh?
and seeing him fucking Carl Winslow.
No, it was he went to Diddy's like Park Avenue or something. He had like a brownstone and he went to go visit Mace or some shit, and he walked into the guest bathroom and there was a giant dildo in the bathroom sink. And he asked Mace, and you know how Mace talks. He's like, I don't know. That's how they get down. I don't know nothing. And Cameron was like, what the fuck is this? Why are there dildos in the like? What is Diddy doing with dildos? But I feel like who was it that said it this year or last year? Cat Williams. He said 2024 is a year where everyone's gonna get exposed. And when Diddy tells you he wants to party, you got to say no to Diddy. Hello, you know what makes me sad? As a woman of my 30s, I find that the people that I grew up enjoying and watching, a lot of them are like disintegrating. Either people are going like the artists that I enjoyed listening to and still do to this day. I find that they're like either getting caught up in shit from their past and having to pay those repercussions now, or they're not in the place mentally, where they should be. For example, Amanda Bynes, Britney Spears, even. It's really sad. You find ones that have gone through it and like went through their party mode and like had to go to jail. Lindsay Lohan, Justin Bieber, and now they have their lives like squared away. But for the most part, a lot of these people are like, they're just, what is it? Their judgment day is coming. It's now, real time.
It's crazy. And real quick, speaking of, because you mentioned Lindsay, who had a kid as well. Shout out to her. Freaky Friday Part 2 is coming out. Like I
never saw that movie.
I'm happy. I never saw the original one, well, Part 1 either. But I have to give it up to the people that do come out and like turn their lives around and stuff, because we love to see people. We love to build people up to then see them crumble down. But when you make that turnaround, I really love that for people. But yeah, Lindsay had a kid, and who else? You mentioned someone else.
Paris Hilton had a kid. Yeah. Paris Hilton used to have a partying thing, but Paris Hilton, I don't think she ever, had like a serious problem. What do I know? But Nicole Richie.
Yeah. And shout out to Cardi B. She brought another Virgo into the world.
Who's the Virgo besides
Monday? She had
Rave.
Baby Monday, huh?
Who she had 2 Virgos. So this baby and which other, her son or her daughter is a Virgo?
Her daughter is like a Cancer. Her daughter was born in the summer, so I believe her daughter's a Cancer or Gemini. Cancer or Gemini. I want to say more Cancer. But yeah, she had a girl. I thought she was having a boy, but she had another girl.
She had a girl. Good. She needs more girls.
Congratulations.
I want to know what name she's gonna name her.
I want to. I don't know. Well, I do know because we spoke about it. But there's this song that came out on Friday that has me on a strong chokehold. And when I say strong chokehold, like it's been on repeat. Repeat. Tate McGraw.
We know how you get with repeats, bitch.
Yeah, you know me. If you know me and you know me and you know me with music, when I like a song and you're trying for me or something, you may hear that song on a loop.
Guys, when I shared a room with him in Jamaica in Punta Cana, I would say, play this song, and he would play the song, right? The song would end and it would start right back. And I'm like, why are we replaying the same damn
song? If it's one single, if it's that one song, if it's an album, it's going to continue playing the other songs. But I have it on shuffle where it's just going to keep repeating itself.
Well, that's the thing that I hate about Apple Music, because it does that. Spotify, if it's only one single, they will play songs that are similar to that artist.
I don't want that. I like to control my music, like on Apple Music, like what I want to listen to. I don't want a random, like, shuffle.
It's not going to be random because it's customized to your liking.
Yes, YouTube kind of does that in a sense. What is it? Like algorithms or whatever, customized after a while what you search. and that's fine with YouTube. So, well, one, I don't pay commercials. I don't have commercials on YouTube. Spotify, I don't want to pay for I'm not gonna pay for Spotify.
Hateful.
So it's like the commercials. Apple Music is just
I don't got commercials on Spotify
because you pay for Spotify.
That's right.
I pay for Apple Music.
There was a point where I was paying for both. But anyway, what's this song?
But yeah, Tate McRae. And we haven't really spoken about her like that on the show. I know we mentioned her last week when we were talking about the VMAs. She wore something very similar to Britney Spears' lace look back in 2001. But she released a song on Friday. It's Okay, I'm Okay. And I previewed it, on iTunes. I hit preview.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't even take for me to listen to a whole 1-2-minute preview, whatever. It was the first literal 10 seconds where I'm like, I just went to my Apple, searched it, downloaded it. And it's been on repeat since. And then to boot, later on that day, I come home from work and I'm getting ready to go out. This was Friday the 13th. And I seen the video. You seen the video.
Yeah. Do you want to tell people the concept of the song?
The bitch ate.
Yeah, she really did.
She ate. I look at her. I first found out about her with this song, I'm Greedy. And I seen that video. And I'm like, okay, little Britney Spears. Because if you see the way she dances, the way she moves, the blonde hair, she's from Canada. It's just very reminiscent of Britney Spears.
I heard that she used to be a backup dancer for Justin Bieber.
Who? Tate McRae?
Yeah.
Well, this is another thing. I don't know if it's true, but there's another thing. I obviously searched her because after seeing the video, the video is racy. She's only 21.
What?
She's only 21 years old. She's a Cancer. She's only 21 years old.
I gotta watch the video. I only saw clips from Instagram that I sent you, but yeah, she likes to dress very little hot booty shorts, hot shorts,
very Britney,
and then little bralettes and the shoulder pads or some shit like that. Yeah, it's giving Britney vibes, but.
But yeah, do you want to tell them because you like the song too? You heard the song.
I like the song, but you could tell them the concept. I haven't listened to the song in its full entirety.
Well, it's basically it's a bop. It's a bop. First of all, the beat is I can't wait to go out and hear it at a club because I am gonna dance my ass off to that song. But basically, it's talking about her basically kind of having a conversation with a girl who now has her man, and she's like, baby girl, you can yeah, oh yeah, I can do all this for you right now. Yeah, but watch that. I've been there too. And basically saying, it's okay, I'm okay. I don't even want him anyways. You can have him anyways. And then it's just the attitude in the song. And then when you hear the beat of it too, you're like, this is an attitude, sassy song. And I just love when certain songs come out because they just come back, especially when you can relate it to your life. They come thematic.
The right time, yeah.
And it's just it's a bop. It's a fucking bop. It's just also not only that because it could be relatable, but I haven't heard a good regular pop song that's not remixed or clubbish wise in a very long time. And this is a very good pop song. It gives me early 2000s, even maybe 2007 to 2012 pop. That's this, and she did that. I have to give golf claps and highlight to Tate McRae, our neighbors all the way from Canada. She's Canadian. Check her out if y'all haven't. Greedy's a good song.
That's a few good songs.
Yeah, there's another song, You Broke Me First, which is more of a slower mid-tempo song, but I actually like that as well. So loving Tate McRae. But I have a game for you. I have a little game for you. Tate McRae is her real name, I believe.
MCrae.
MCrae. I keep saying McRae. MCrae. Yeah, it is MCrae. MCrae. I have a little game for you that, speaking of names, it's called Onana, What's My Name? I am going to give you some celebrities that we know and very well aware of, but sometimes they go by, stage names, as we call, as they're called, their stage names. And many people don't really ever know what's actually their real name. So I'm going to of these celebrities, and you are going to tell me their real names, starting with Queen Latifah.
Oh my God. I don't know. Wait. Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah. No, I'm kidding. Isn't her name like it starts with an M? Monica? Wrong. What is it?
Dana Owens.
Oh my God, I knew that. That's so
Dana
fucked
Lane
up.
Owens.
I'm
Next,
tired.
you should know this one. I think you should know this one. He performed at the VMAs last week. LL Cool J.
James. I gotta say the last name.
Yeah.
No, give me the credit.
I'll
His
give you
first name.
partial. James Todd Smith, and he had an album.
I know it was Todd. I know it was James Todd, but I didn't
All
know.
right, I'll give you partial that one. You partially got that one. Next, Flavor Flav.
I don't know. Flavor.
William Jonathan Drayton. You used
Drayton.
to watch Flavor of Love, and you used to also watch. I'm sure you watched the one with him and Brigitte.
Brigitte Nielsen. Yeah. Foofy. That's what his name is. Foofy.
Foofy. Yeah, I remember that. Doja Cat.
Amalia, and then her last name is unpronounceable because it's like African or something.
I'll give you. Also, is Amala Ratna Zandao Dlamini. So
yeah, you fucked it up, so that's fine.
Bruno Mars.
Peter Hernandez.
Yes. Peter Gene Hernandez, but not Gene G.
No, Gene, like Gene Wilder. Yes, I know.
Next, Lady Gaga.
Stefania Germatoa, something like Germa.
Germatola.
Yes.
And last but not least, we were speaking about him and the freak offs he witnessed, Mace.
Oh my God, Mason Beta.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Beta.
Exactly. I'm like, you good job. Not too bad.
That was a little bit. I thought you were gonna hit me with more.
We gotta play that again, and I gotta put you up against some contenders.
Well, you threw some random ass people freaking.
Listen, life's not easy. We gotta make it a little harder on these streets sometimes. So what's my game?
Okay, my game is actually just random questions about yourself. Funny questions to ask you to get to know you.
5.
What's your favorite smell?
I love fragrance. I love colognes.
Is there a specific note? Like for me, I like fresh, powdery smells.
Wood, lavender, sandalwood, oak, take oak, whatever it's called. Those, yep.
Yeah. What is it that you keep wanting to smell, despite the fact that it doesn't smell particularly good? I'll tell you. For me, for example, I don't know why, but I love the smell of gasoline.
I was gonna say gasoline is one, which is weird.
A moldy basement.
No.
Oh, all right. That's what
gasoline is one. I would say gasoline. Something else. I can't think of it at the top of my head, but there's another smell. Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of the same thing. The gas from the lighter. Yeah, gasoline.
We sound like crackheads.
When you go to a gas station, people.
Have you ever gone a date without wearing underwear?
On a date with like someone new or
no?
Something?
Have you ever gone a day like
a day without wearing underwear? I'm freeballed.
Like,
yes.
So you've gone commando?
A whole day. Yeah, I have gone commando before. Yes.
Ew. If you were a dog, which breed would you want to be?
Well, funny enough,
you would be a fifity.
I would be a Fifi dog. I would be a small dog, most likely a Yorkie. I've always wanted a Yorkie since I was like a teenager, but then I felt oh, look at he moved. Oh my god, he's under the sheets. Well, he must have heard me and be like, bitch. Gizmo. Well, my dog, who is actually a Chihuahua. Although people say a lot of people always say, "Oh, he looks mixed," or he's definitely mixed with something.
He is definitely mixed.
But yes, I love my beautiful dog, and he's adorable. But I've always still envisioned myself as a teenager as a Yorkie, so I will be a Yorkie because I'll be cute and spoiled. Last question.
Wait, have you ever tried talking to your dog? You talk to him every day.
Yeah, I talk to my dog. Yeah. I don't have full blown conversations, like that's a little. But I do. I mean, who does? Whoever says they don't talk to their dog is dumb or lying.
What are 3 items you might purchase at a grocery store to get strange looks from the cashier?
That I purchase or that I may purchase to get.
That you've purchased. I know, poppers.
Yeah, but that's not. They don't sell that at a grocery store. That's not a sex store.
Please, they sell it in bodegas.
In bodegas, but at a grocery store.
Oh, what's one thing your dog could say that would completely ruin your image if they could talk?
I mean, when I'm single, my dog can say I'm a slut.
For me, I feel like if my dog would probably, if he could talk, I wouldn't have a female dog, but if my dog could talk, he would probably tell people that I don't like them. Or he would expose me by telling people how I feel about them. Yeah. Because, when I dog sit Gizmo, I literally have conversations with him and I'm like, and tell me why at work this bitch came and she had the audacity, and I'll say things like that. And Gizmo's just like either looking or not even paying attention, like facing away.
Side.
Crazy. But, at the end of the day, dogs are a man's best friend. Another question. I have a bunch of questions and I think we could play this another time, but there was one that I wanted to ask Charlie. What do you think is the worst thing that a person can put on their bio on a dating app? The worst thing that you could put on your bio on a dating app is when you talk like you already are negative about being on a dating app. If you're negative and you're like, oh, get me out of this dating app, or I'm convinced that dating in today's world sucks. We know that it sucks. Yeah. You need to fucking say it. Like when you're pessimistic on a dating app, do you think I'm gonna swipe right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want that on a bio, or that would kind of be like.
Or like, let's say for example, Grindr. If someone put something like, "Oh, I know what I've seen."
Stupid stuff all the time.
I know what I've seen on dating apps that I'm just like, wow, that's so fucked up. When a man writes like, I want a real woman. I want a real woman. I'm like, whoa. I mean, to each their own, but yikes.
Funny enough, what's offending me nowadays, and I'm saying, get your own fucking app, is the guy saying, I want to, as they put it, it's not me, so I don't want people coming to me saying I'm being politically incorrect, but they'll put like a T-girl. Or T-girl, trans girl.
Oh,
at this point, both of y'all, trans lovers and trans girls, get your own app.
There's an app for everyone. There's fucking Jew Date or J Date, which is for Jewish people. There's one for Muslim people. There's one for Asian people. There's for like every kind of culture. There's a chispa which translates to spark for Latin people. Yes, bitch, that's the green card app. That's where the guys that want their green cards, they go on.
Whatever happened to the Dunkin' Donuts chat rooms and the AOL chat rooms? Let's just take it back.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Not Dunkin' Donuts, but the Dunkin'. There used to be
AOL.
But there used to be the chat numbers that you call
chat
rooms, the different chat rooms. Anyways, with that being said, We had a great show. It's our last. It's officially because we kind of celebrated our summer ending earlier, but it's officially our last episode podcast of summer 2024. Next week, when you guys tune in, it will be fall, and I am here for it. I'm excited for it because I'm truly, and I've been telling you this a lot. I'm really truly excited. I love the fall season, and I'm just excited, like in general, with the energies going on and everything. I'm just really truly happy, excited, and optimistic, looking forward to this fall and this new season in general that I'm embarking. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. Plus,
I'm just excited for fall fashion.
that too. Yeah, that too. I want to start wearing long sleeves and like thing. Like I'm tired of like this humidity. Like
Yeah.
the humidity today was like like I'm tired of it. So like that too. Fall fashion, just everything. The crisp air, the gloomy days, because I do love a gloomy day.
I know. I found myself listening to grunge music this morning.
Oh
I was
Lord.
like, I can't listen to like R&B right now. This is giving. It's giving Pearl Jam. It's giving Stone Temple Pilots Nirvana. Like my
Jesus.
music preferences change throughout the season. Summer, it's all like reggaeton, dembow, and then yeah, like Latin, and now spooky vibes. Like
I'm so
I'm a
here for it.
chameleon.
But guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching, listening, streaming, all that good stuff. Liking, it's free. Subscribing, sharing. You can listen to us, share on iHeart, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and on YouTube and Facebook. Same place, same time for a new episode drop next week, next Wednesday. Adios. I love you
Ciao
guys.
for now. And
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.